penalties. They beat Chicago Fire in 2017 on the amazing run that was when they were still in USL Championship, the second division of the United States, that saw them go all the way to a semifinal. 2018 was a Minnesota loss. And then earlier this year, on the road at Red Bull, they were able to take them down and continue on this majestic cup run. It has been a seesaw affair, back and forth all night. That is now out of the hands of the managers. You've done everything you can. Hope, wink, a prayer. You do whatever you want and hope that in about 5 minutes' time, you come out on top.
The remnants of dark gray and black in the head of hair of Tata Martino. Getting close to white with the way these last couple of weeks have gone. After the coin tosses, they'll be kicking away from the supporters section. And while the Bailey is special, let's be real, this whole stadium is a supporters section for FC Cincinnati. Outstanding all night and just waiting for a reason to now celebrate at the end.
How's that conversation? You boys keep yourself in check, stay on your line, and we're going out for pizza afterwards. I'm sure that's exactly what's going on right now. Who brought the orange slices?
Off to Skyline Chili after this, if you're in this crowd for Cincinnati, a local delicacy. And it will be Cincinnati shooting first. Yuya Kubo, who sent this game to penalties, gets a hero's ovation as he makes the long walk. '29-year-old fan favorite. Keeps giving them moments. Can he produce another? Kubo against Callender to start things off. Kubo gets it in, barely, but he does, as Callender guesses right.
Not the same sort of pop that we saw from Drake Callender in game. He sniffs this the right direction, but that explosion just isn't there. Just about placement for you, Kubo.
No surprise, it's Messi stepping up for the first, as he did each time in the Leagues Cup. He's made his last 5 penalties overall. Made a big one in Qatar about 9 months ago as well. A couple of big ones there. Against Alacan in the Open Cup. Messi scores.
Very similar to what we saw from Yuya Kubo. Just technique, little hesitation, that little skip too on top. And Alacan knows it. One of the best to ever grace this game with his presence. Keeps him even.
Santiago Arias steps up now. One of the few who's played against Messi on the field tonight for Cincy previously. Arias, calm, and he makes it 2-1.
I was with Drake Callender on this one. I thought he was going the other direction. Watch his hip just at the tail end. Just opens up enough. Thought he was going to come back across it, but well done by Arias. Just pivots to the outside, uses the momentum, picks out the far corner. That's a well-taken penalty.
Now it's Facundo Farias, one of the 3 U22 signings, part of the MLS roster rules for Inter Miami. Turns 21 in 5 days' time. Tonight making his club debut. What a moment this is. Farias scores. Sergio Santos will be next. He had a couple of opportunities after coming on for Cincinnati to score in either regular time or extra time. Now he'll have a chance as he's handing the ball by Alacan. A few moments maybe that Santos regrets from extra time or regular time, where he could have been the difference maker, could have given a 2-goal lead, could have made it 4-3. Now from the spot, Santos, upper 90.
One of the things that can happen when you approach a penalty like this is because you're moving slow, and you get in such close proximity to the ball, you can lean back too much. Not the case here. You grab a laser pointer and pick out that upper corner. You couldn't get it any better.
19-year-old David Ruiz has taken only 2 penalties in his career. The 2 shootouts they had in Leagues Cup, scored both of them. Started at the U20 World Cup for Honduras a couple months ago. Scored a penalty there as well. Ruiz scores.
It's incredible how different the decibels are once this hits the back of the net, right? It's, to be fair, not the best of pens. He's just playing a mind game the entire time, staring down the goalkeeper. Can saw it. He just hopped up off the deck and couldn't plant his feet fast enough to come back over to the left side.
Now it's Matt Miazga giving the captain's armband after Acosta subbed off. Miazga, the 28-year-old from Clifton, New Jersey, keeps it going for Cincy.
He's into it. He's got everybody behind the scenes in what's probably the second best penalty of the night, next to Sergio Santos and Matt Miazga. You're not lacking confidence, is he? Just comes right across the ball, down into the bottom corner. They set the stage for Joseph Martinez, who put this team out in front. Can he keep pace?
Martinez has made his last 5 penalties. Scored a couple from the run of play after he was given the ball by Leo Messi. Scored already tonight in extra time. Martinez, a stutter step, and he puts it in. 4 for 4 from both sides. Who will blink first now? Sudden death.
Alacan probably leads the line a little bit early here too, and he's just slow. Every single time he feels like he's headed in the right way, he kind of jumps the other way, and that little stutter. It's the 3rd time consecutively that we've seen him question himself. It's almost like he's trying to goat the player going one way. He gets what he wants, but then isn't able to follow pursuit.
Those 2 were teammates winning the Open Cup back in 2019 for Atlanta. Now it's Haglund in the 5th round. Nick Haglund, saved by Callender, on the brink of a victory now. Inter Miami. And it'll be Benha Kramaski who scored the winning penalty when they beat FC Dallas in the shootout in Leagues Cup.
It's a bad penalty from Nick Haglund. He telegraphs it the entire way. He comes straight onto it, doesn't lead himself the opportunity to go the other way. He knows it. Just a poorly struck penalty that is very easy to collect for Drake Callender and set the stage for the youngster. Where have we seen this before?
Just today named on the provisional roster for the U.S. men's national team in the next stretch of friendlies they play to send them to the final. Benha Kramaski! Inter Miami will play for the Open Cup trophy! A cabinet that was empty. Very early in the existence still of this club, starting in 2020. Messi comes in, Busquets comes in, Alba comes in, more reinforcements as well. They put the first trophy in that cabinet on Saturday, and in 35 days, they'll try to add another.
You can't necessarily say it's a storybook ending, right? Because there's still another chapter left to be written for Inter Miami and into the Open Cup final. You know, Messi, he's human. He had himself a night that certainly did not account for the best of performances. However, still 2 assists. Still the result they were looking for. Character is not going to be a question for this team moving forward. They were down, certainly poor, throughout about 85 to 90% of this match, and yet from a set-piece opportunity, from a recycled ball from the corner, and then an open run of play from Joseph Martinez, they got themselves into it, they got the lead, they got into penalties, and they knew, they've known the entire time, that one of the best to ever do it just gives you that little added something. You go to Benjamin Kremoski, 12 yards out, the bottom corner, 5 straight for Inter Miami into the back of the net to beat Galacan. 90-minute beckons. Who will be the opponent?
That game is underway. Houston Dynamo, Real Salt Lake scoreless through 20 minutes. If it's Houston who wins, it'll be Miami.